welcome to Ceazor Snack Sandwich. Today I'm going to take a quick look at GMX. Now, GMX has a lot of hype now, so be careful if you're thinking about buying this token or something like that. But anyways, what I'm going to do today is I'm going to explain to you not how to trade, because I'm definitely not the person to do that. And if you know how to trade, then please reach out to me and kind of give me some pointers, because I'm a terrible trader actually, which is why I probably don't do it. Anyhow, so I'm going to explain to you the system behind this, how the GMX system works and how it funds and the tokenomics and stuff, the token system of this platform. And I'll use a flowchart to do so as well. So there's a lot of data here. You can come to the dashboard. The dashboard's quite good. You can, all of these tabs have a lot of information, but as always, go read the docs, go to the Discord, ask more questions, verify what I'm saying, or if you have any further questions, ask them, because they will know much better than I will. Now, I have read the docs. A few parts I had to read a couple times. I had to ask a few questions. So it's a little bit confusing, but I think I got it. I'll explain it to you with the flowchart. Now, what you can do here, the main purpose of this thing is to replace the DEXs, right? There's not a whole lot of options. There's only like 4 trading pairs. But you can basically come inside here and you can trade in like short-term swing trading, right? But you can leverage up to 50 times. Okay, so there's quite a bit of leverage in here, and it's all done on chain and so forth, and on Arbitrum and AVAX. So if you're a trader and you want to do some degenning, then follow my my link in the description and you can go and do so. Now, one of my friends at Amplifi, his name is Dunks, he's asked me to use his referral link for this. Now, it's this Amplifi program. I'm not going to explain all of Amplifi to you because that's a topic for another video, but know that my affiliate link or my referral link down in the description is via Amplifi. Now, basically what it's doing is it's giving you exactly the same referral link as exactly the same referral link benefits as if I took the referral link directly from GMX. However, it's also giving you some of these potential lag tokens in the future when Amplifi goes live and so forth. So, I encourage you to come check out Amplifi as well and learn more about this. So I just a forewarning that I do have the affiliate link at the bottom that goes through Amplifi into the regular referral system of GMX. So let's swing over to the flowchart and I'll explain to you how GMX works and how it kind of sustains what it can do. Okay, so here we are on the flowchart. We have boosted bill and dollar bill, and we have GMX in the middle. Now, I have these two logos. One is GMX Arbitrum and one is GMX AVAX. Know that these two systems are isolated from each other. So anything that's happening on the Arbitrum is isolated to the Arbitrum users, and anything on the AVAX is isolated to those users. Now, anytime I do talk about Ethereum getting ETH for doing things, then on AVAX it would be obviously AVAX, the gas token of that chain. So from now on, I'm just going to be using Arbitrum, but know that the opportunity is also on AVAX. So we have dollar bill and boosted bill. Now, dollar bill doesn't like to trade. He's like Ceazor. He's a shitty trader. He just wants some passive income. So what he does is he thinks that, more traders will lose. So he takes some of these assets, right? Maybe all of them or whichever ones he has, and he supplies them to GMX and gets back a GLP token. So they call it buying the GLP token, but I like to consider it like you have supplied them to the protocol as liquidity, and you get back this share token, this GLP token, right? Now, along comes Boosted Bill. Boosted Bill wants to take Dollar Bill's money, and he wants to take it fast, right? Even though Dollar Bill thinks, Boosted Bill's a degen and he's just going to lose all his money, so he might as well be the one to take it, right? So there's two possible outcomes. Boosted Bill will come and do some leverage trading. He can long, short, limit order, stop loss, take profit. He can set all of these things just like a centralized exchange. And he will come with some of these tokens to open his position. Now, if he is opening a long ETH, then he will need some ETH. If he's shorting ETH, then he needs some stable coins. He doesn't necessarily need that, but it will he can zap from any of these tokens into it, but there will be a trading fee on top of that. So let's say he loses. If he loses, then this GMX token goes up in value because it will be redeemable for his lost assets. So if he, gets his, if he, loses out, he gets liquidated, or his position goes into, gets stopped out because he, it was leveraged up too much and it went against him, went against his position, then, that his assets are put into the pool of all of these redeemables. So these things go up in value. Now, if he wins, then they go down in value because he's basically taking dollar bills assets that are put into the GMX protocol. Now, moving on. There are lots of fees inside this system, and you have to kind of keep them in mind, okay? Now, the fees do get given back to the users, but let's go through them little by little, okay? So the first set fee here is what we call balance adjusted fees. Now, I'm not sure what they call them, but that's what I'm calling them. So basically, anytime he mints or redeems this GLP, he has to pay a fee based on the needs of the protocol. So if there are a lot of open positions for certain tokens, then he's better to supply that token instead of a token that's not being used, right? So the fees, you can go into the UI and it'll show you exactly what each token's fee is. And just know that that fee will change based on the utilization inside the protocol of the open positions, right? Now, Boosted Bill's a trader, so he's going to have to pay some fees. He pays an open and close fee of 0.1%. He has to pay a swap fee if he zaps, right? Like, so he comes with Uni and zaps to ETH, then he has to pay this swap fee. Now, there's a range here. It doesn't clearly say what you will have to pay in the docs, but I guess on the UI, it will clearly tell you the swap fee if you are swapping. And it's probably something like, if you're swapping from DAI to USDC, then it's 0.2. If you're swapping from Uni to ETH, it's probably 0.8, right? And then there's also the possibility of execution fees, because some of the things need to be executed by bots, and he has to pay that fee as well, okay? Now, all of these fees go into the protocol, and 70% of them are converted to ETH and given to the stakers of the GLP. So when you mint this GLP, it's automatically staked. So it's basically the same thing as holding. You can't, you could withdraw it and then sell it if you wanted, but, it's basically already stuck in there, staked, and you're accruing those 70% of those fees. So this is how they incentivize the suppliers of these tokens to bet against these traders, right? Moving on. Now, the stakers of these GLPs also earn escrowed GMX tokens, okay? So they're like time-locked GMX tokens. When you get these escrowed GMX tokens, you have two options. One is you can start the 1-year vesting period, or you can stake them to earn more escrowed GMX tokens. Okay, so you have two choices from earning those escrowed GMX tokens. Now, whoever stakes into this staking gets the other 30% of this ETH. Now, there are some changes to this, and I will get into that as we go further through the flowchart, but understand that that's 100% of the fees are given to the users. So the people who stake the GLP and the people who stake the GMX tokens into the staking contract. Now, if you decide to vest, then you have to choose which of the vaults you want to vest into. Okay, so these vaults are linked to your other asset, so your other staking contract. So if you vest versus your GLP stake, right, then you cannot exit your GLP stake and still be able to claim your tokens. It'll still vest into the vault, but when you want to claim from the vault, claim the GMX out of the vault, you need to have staked GLP tokens. Or the opposite is up here. If you stake them, if you vest them versus something inside the GMX staker, then you have to have that staked in order to pull out GMX tokens from these vaults. Now, the GMX token can also be bought on Uniswap, right? So let's say you get some GMX tokens. What can you do with those? Well, you can stake them into this same staker to earn more of the escrow GMX and some of that ETH. However, when you stake GMX into the staker, you get multiplier points. And if you stake these multiplier points, you boost the amount of ETH that you get. So the people who actually, vest or buy the GMX token and stake that get a bigger portion of the ETH versus the people who just like lazily stake, just keep compounding their escrowed ETH into this pool here. Okay, so moving on. Now they have this GMX floor fund. I like to call them a bucket. It's got this bucket of assets that will protect the floor price of the GMX token. Now, you can see how much money is inside the bucket on the dashboard, but you can't, I wasn't able to find the actual price that they will defend, but I guess that would be a DAO decision, okay? So the protocol-owned liquidity produces trading fees. Those trading fees are taken, right? And used to, some of it will be used just kept as ETH, and some of it will be turned into GLP tokens to kind of provide more ETH to the system. And then those will be put into the floor fund. And 50% of the own bonds in GMX, if you want to bond for GMX instead of buying it, then that will also be, 50% of those bonding money will be used to defend the GMX price, okay? The other 50% will be used for marketing. Speaking of which, there is the referral links. Now this has nothing to do with the system of Amplifi. This is the generic system of GMX, okay? So if you give someone your URL, like URL/Ceazor, right? Your GMX URL, and he uses it to trade. On his first trade, his account will be linked to your URL, and it will constantly be used. So he has to use it on his first trade, okay? So he has to be a new user, and he has to use it he has to actually produce a trade. Then when he produces one of these trades, then you can expect some of these referral rebates, okay? So at tier 1, then the trader gets 5% rebate on his fees, basically, and the referral gets 5% rebate on the fees. So 10% discount on the fees, given half to him and half to him, but it's paid in ETH, okay? Paid in ETH. Now, if you go to tier 2, it's 10.10. If you go to tier 3, it's 10.15 for the referral. And also the referral will start to get some ESGMX tokens, 5% worth of that value, okay? Now, in order to get to tier 2 and tier 3, it's pretty hard, actually. So a tier 2 person, to get to tier 2, you have to obtain 15 unique users, and they have to do a combined amount of 5 million trading volume per week. And then you can apply to get tier 2 if you think you've got this. It's not an automated process, okay? And then 30 users at 25 million per week will get you to tier 3, right? So these are pretty hard, I think, but I don't know, maybe I'm not a whale, so maybe it's harder for me than I think. And if you have 3,000 users, it's a little bit less difficult, right? So those are the kind of the trading fees, or the referral link, and how that system will work. And this is basically how the entire system works. Now, like I said, I'm not a trader. I don't know how to trade very well. And if you do know how to trade, please reach out to me, and maybe we can set up a call sometime and I can talk to you about trading, because I would like to improve my trading skills, because it can be fun, even though it's not fun when you're constantly losing. Okay, so I hope this has been useful, and I thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.